stop, what are you suggesting, that we freeze them for like 2-3 months?
Until we get a director, yeah.
I think another consideration in this conversation is the longer we are without a director, we're saving ourselves money temporarily, and that would potentially catch up our shortcoming if we increase in 2025. Let's say this position is vacant 8 weeks, we get excellent candidates and hire quickly, then we would have that additional money in our 2025 budget to catch up for those payments. And then in 2026, we would say, okay, now we have someone, let's say at 41 instead of the 40-55 that we've currently budgeted. So we would absolutely have to take into consideration in 2026 that continued increased change.
Our direction is, this is our budget, we gotta make it work.
Can I go over the bond payments?
Yeah, please, I skipped over that. Mary, wanted to go over our financial plan for the bond payments that we're gonna be doing every year, because remember, when we increase the salary of anybody, like, this is not just one time, this is every year, so. Mary, please go ahead.
Okay, so I just wanted you to be aware, since you're, considering increasing and making some big assumptions about what we can and can't do. The first thing is we, budget a zero budget, meaning our budget now, we spend all of it, or we can, we can have a carryover. The past 2 years, we have not. If you look at this, spreadsheet that I provided in your packet, these are the bond payments, and the NICSA one, we had some reserves from the past and from the bonds that we had for Sparta and Clever that we didn't use, because we ended up saving some money on those buildings, and they have to be spent on buildings, so they allowed us to use those for the payments on the NICSA building. And we also had some land that we sold, and that was also being used to make these bond payments for the NICSA building. Those run out in 2027. If you look at 2028, we have a $700,000 bond payment that we have no savings for yet. So our plan, when we had this initially presented to us by Stifel, Nicholas, which is a finance firm, we ran all the numbers, and it was actually reducing all of our expenses over the next 5 years to try to carry over some money to cover that $700,000. So you guys can, I'm not saying you can't, I mean, you can do this if you want, but I am telling you, we don't have this money now, and it will be a serious problem. And the 3 positions that we have open now are 2 part-time positions and 1 full-time position. Those part-time positions make less than $15 an hour and are not gonna save you enough to cover this increase in the director's salary. And I'm not trying to just be difficult, this is a concern.
I have a concern because we, the board, were informed by the previous executive director that we did absolutely have additional budget in 2024, and we were using that for legal expenses that were unexpected. So we were told that in writing from the previous director, so.
Well, we're without an executive director for months, so there's gotta be some savings from that, It's $15,000.
And we also hired a lawyer that's much more expensive than I'm your director of finance, and I'm just bringing this up. I have no problem with that we hired a new lawyer. My job as your director of finance is to explain the position as it is and give you advice on what we need to do in the future.
We understand, Mary, thank you, we get it. We need an executive director to take the budget and rework it, that's what we need. We need a new executive director, and we need a ASAP.
I think we also need to be very fiscally responsible. So this was a lot of extra information and, previous information, that we had and what's on the table right now. Until we get that person in and until they prove that they can, rework the budget or make any changes to keep the, library financially sound, as, we are legally bound to do, I would revise my motion to my original motion of the $38 to $42 an hour with the benefits packet, and keep it there for now to go forth with the budget we have agreed for to this year, and look forward to good changes in the future. So my motion motion is the $38 to $42 an hour with benefits package at this time.
You put it at 43, Janice?
I said 38 to 42, I'm revising my motion to the 38 to 42 at this time to be in accordance with the budget we have, previously authorized and with the benefits packet, and with hopefully great room for positive changes in the future, but for now to be fiscally sound, to our, constituents, I'm saying the 38 to 42 per hour.
Alright,
Is my motion.
So the, second amended motion is back to the 38 to 42 range current benefits.
Correct.
Trustee Brazil, do you still second the now amended motion?
No, I mean, every dollar an hour is $2,080 a year is the difference. And I don't think it's gonna make that much difference, a buck here, $1 an hour here or there.
Okay, so there is
So
not,
I'm okay with 40 to 43.
okay, so, Diana does not second. So do we have a second on the motion of $38 to $42 range? Hearing no second, the motion dies. Would someone else like to make a motion?
A motion 38 to 43 as we discussed, as Janet first proposed. And then we hear recommendations in next meetings on how to meet the budget.
Alright, so John has made a motion for the 38 to 43, so an increase.
And that doesn't mean we have to hire them at 43.
But-
Probably won't.
Yeah, so, but the
I'll
range,
look at- I can do my best to.
okay, so the range currently in motion is of $38 to $43, which is a $1 high-end potential range and current benefits. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Alright, any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, we can move to roll call vote. Trustee Garrity,
Aye.
trustee Hagan.
Nay.
Sorry, I didn't get my alphabet right there. Trustee Brazil,
Aye.
trustee Hernandez de Caro. Motion carries. Alright, so